Hi, my name is Tina Swithin, author of Divorcing a Narcissist and founder of One Mom's Battle. And today I'd like to talk about the decision to go into court as your own attorney, which is referred to as in pro per or in pro se. And when my custody battle started in 2009, my ex-husband had left me financially devastated. So I was forced to act as my own attorney throughout my custody battle, but it was not a choice. It was truly survival. To protect my daughters, and I didn't have a choice. Others, that contact me are considering walking away from their attorney for a variety of reasons. Some believe they are their children's best voice and best advocate, which in hindsight, I know that to be the case for me. And I'm actually thankful that I did do it on my own because I do believe that my voice was powerful. And it took a couple of years for me to truly learn the ropes and feel confident in what I was doing. So, for whatever reason that you are considering going in pro se, there are some things that you should do in advance to begin planning and to truly begin to learn the system and the ropes. The first thing I recommend is going to sit in your courtroom. Most courtrooms in the United States are open to the public. And so I would go and plop myself down in the court on days that it had nothing to do with my case. It was a way to desensitize myself to the courtroom, to the process, but also I learned a lot. And a lot of people are intimidated about doing that. And especially if you have a bailiff or the judge ask you why you're there. My go-to answer has always been, I have an interest in the family court system, and today I'm just here as an observer. Like I said, most states are open to the public, so it shouldn't pose a problem. There are some states where it is closed, so you don't have this option, but take a notepad in, take notes about different family court professionals. If you see an evaluator who's delivering testimony, if you take notes on different attorneys, you're going to see some attorneys who seem to have a very good rapport with the judge, and you're going to pick up on things that are particular to your judge. In my case, I quickly learned that my judge really had an issue with alcoholism. That was a huge point in my case. So you better believe that I really put that at the forefront because I knew that it would have an impact. There's a judge down in Santa Barbara, California, who lost her child to a drug overdose. And so, you better believe in that courtroom that she takes addiction issues very seriously. So you're going to find, judges are human, and their beliefs or opinions do carry over into the courtroom. And so you can really learn a lot from spending a day or even a few hours sitting in the courtroom. But that's my number one piece of advice before you go pro se, is to learn your local system. It's absolutely critical. Other great resources in your community, the law library. Get in there, get to know the librarian, learn how to look up case law, learn how to do research. They can be incredibly helpful, very informative, and it's a great place to start. In addition, my own local community, they offer probably a few times a year, they do the Women's Community Center offers a free legal clinic where you go, and it's a donation-based program. I believe I paid $20. I got to talk to an attorney for 30 minutes who reviewed my case and the specific questions I had before going into court that month, and it was very helpful. If you are sitting in the courtroom and you see an attorney who really seems knowledgeable and very skilled, schedule a consultation. You can learn a lot in 1 hour, and ask the attorney if they would be willing to work with you in a limited scope capacity behind the scenes, just to help you navigate the court forms, what to say, what not to say, until you really learn the ropes. That can be very, very helpful. There are also legal documentation services, which are a fraction of the cost of using an attorney. And I've used those several times throughout my battle, especially if I was dealing with a lot of PTSD, and I would tend to pull up the forms online and just freeze. So those were some of the resources that I used along the way. I also made a binder that contained my local court forms. So I had examples of each one. I got to, I would keep little sticky Post-it notes on each form so that it was a reminder of how many copies needed to be served, the deadlines of when things needed to be served, and little notes and reminders so that you can really learn the ropes on your system. It's not it's not an easy battle, and it can be very emotionally taxing to go in and to represent yourself. So the more centered you can be, before court, I would take the whole day off prior to court to practice self-care, to get myself in a good place. Meditation is a great tool, therapy, friends, good support system, all of those things can really be critical to you learning how to navigate this and being as centered as possible. I hope that some of these tips have been helpful. If you are interested in finding out more information about our services or our support system at One Mom's Battle, you can go to www.onemomsbattle.com, and we also have a Facebook community with, I believe there's over 30,000 people on there right now. So we hope to see you, and we hope to help you navigate this next step.